Today, we're diving deep into the world of Jefferson Nickels, one of the most collected coins in U.S. history. These coins have been in circulation since 1938, but some are worth far more than their face value. And from rare minting errors to limited editions, we'll explore the top 4 most valuable Jefferson Nickels that could be sitting in your collection right now. So let's get started. 1991 D Jefferson Nickel. The Jefferson Nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and it was designed by Felix Schlag. This nickel has since become a staple of American currency, featuring Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the obverse and his Monticello estate on the reverse. As for the 1991 D Jefferson Nickel, it was minted at the Denver Mint, which is why it carries the D mint mark just to the right of Monticello on the reverse. The Denver Mint produced a whopping 686,268,000 Jefferson Nickels in 1991. While it's not a particularly rare coin, its condition and specific characteristics can significantly impact its value, which we'll get into shortly. Let's take a closer look at the design. On the obverse, you'll see the portrait of Thomas Jefferson. Above his head, you'll find the word Liberty followed by the 1991 date and the D mint mark. On the reverse, we have the iconic Monticello building, Jefferson's Virginia state, with the inscriptions E pluribus unum above and United States of America and 5 cents below. It's important to note that in coins like the 1991 D nickel, details like Jefferson's cheekbone, hairline, and Monticello's dome can fade over time due to circulation. Coins with well-preserved details are what collectors are after. Now let's talk about condition. The value of your 1991 D Jefferson nickel will largely depend on its grade, a measure of its condition. The coin grading scale runs from poor P1 to mint state MS70. Circulated coins, if your 1991 D nickel shows signs of wear like scratches or loss of detail, it's likely in a circulated condition. These coins typically sell for face value 5 cents up to about 25 cents. Uncirculated coins, Mississippi 60 to MS65, a coin that hasn't been used in commerce and shows no signs of wear, is considered uncirculated. A 1991 D in uncirculated condition can range from 50 cents to $2. If your coin is pristine with sharp details and no flaws under magnification, it can be classified as MS6066 or higher. These higher grade coins can sell for up to $20 or more, depending on market demand. Another aspect that can increase the value of your 1991 D Jefferson Nickel is the presence of any mint errors. Some notable error types include die cracks. Small cracks in the die can leave raised lines on the coin. Off-center strikes. If the coin wasn't struck correctly, part of the design could be missing. Double dies. These coins may show doubling in the inscriptions or design elements, which is always an exciting find. If you're lucky enough to come across an error coin, its value can shoot up depending on the rarity of the error. Some error nickels from 1991 D have sold for as much as $50 to $100 or more. 1945 Jefferson Nickel. First, let's talk about the history of the 1945 Jefferson Nickel. This coin is part of the War Nickel series, which were produced between 1942 and 1945 during World War II. Due to the need for nickel in military production, the U.S. Mint made a key change in the composition of the nickel coins. The 1945 nickel, like other war nickels, contains 35% silver, along with 56% copper and 9% manganese. This makes it quite unique. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, designed by sculptor Felix Schlag. On the obverse or front side, you'll see a profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. The reverse or backside shows Jefferson's home, Monticello. But one important detail of the 1945 Jefferson nickel is the large mint mark on the reverse, located above the dome of Monticello. If your coin has a PD or S mint mark, it was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, respectively. Now let's talk about minting numbers and key variations. Over 215 million Jefferson Nickels were minted in 1945 across 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Here's the breakdown. 1945 P Philadelphia, 119,408,100 coins. 1945 D Denver, 37,158,000 coins. 1945 S San Francisco, 58,939,000 coins. The Philadelphia Mint was unique for using the P mint mark, the first time the Philadelphia Mint used a mint mark on U.S. coins. So if you have a 1945 P, that P is historically significant. Now on to the question every collector wants to know: what's the value of a 1945 Jefferson Nickel? As always, condition is key. Here's a general breakdown of values as of today. Circulated condition: most 1945 Jefferson Nickels are common, and in circulated condition are typically worth between $1.25 and $2 due to their silver content. The uncirculated condition: if your coin is uncirculated, its value increases. Prices range from $5 to $10 depending on the grade. High grade and certified coins graded MS65 or higher can fetch even more, sometimes upwards of $25 to $50 or more. Errors and rarities. Keep an eye out for any mint errors like double die reverses or off-center strikes. These error coins can be worth significantly more depending on the rarity and condition. And let's not forget the intrinsic value. Because these coins contain silver, they have a melt value based on the current silver market. As of now, the silver content alone is worth around $1.20, but that fluctuates with the market. 1939 Jefferson Nickel. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, which had been in circulation for 25 years. Designed by Felix Schlag, this nickel features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse or front and his home, Monticello, on the reverse or back. The coin became a tribute to the third U.S. president and his legacy. In 1939, the second year of the Jefferson Nickels production, over 120 million nickels were minted, but not all of them are created equal. Some of these coins have variations that significantly impact their value in today's market. There are two major varieties of the 1939 Jefferson nickel, both of which collectors seek the regular strike and the reverse of 1940 variety. The reverse of 1940 variety refers to a slight design change in the Monticello building on the reverse of the coin. In 1939, some coins were struck with a sharper, more defined version of Monticello, a design that would be standard in 1940. This minor detail makes a huge difference to collectors. In 1939, the Jefferson nickel was minted at 3 U.S. mint facilities, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. You can identify where your coin was minted by looking for the mint mark on the reverse to the right of Monticello. No mint mark coins minted in Philadelphia. D mint mark coins minted in Denver. S mint mark coins minted in San Francisco. None of these, the D and S mint mark coins, are generally more valuable than those minted in Philadelphia, simply because fewer were produced at these mints. Like most coins, the value of a 1939 Jefferson nickel largely depends on its condition or grade. Coins in poor condition, especially those heavily circulated, are worth between 10 to 30 cents. However, coins in higher grades, such as those graded MS65 or above, can be worth significantly more. 1951 Jefferson Nickel. The Jefferson nickel was first minted in 1938, featuring the profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. The 1951 edition of this coin continues the legacy of this beloved series, and today we're going to explore its value, history, and what makes it unique. First, let's talk about the design. The 1951 Jefferson nickel features a left-facing bust of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, designed by Felix Schlag. On the reverse, we see Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home. The coin has a diameter of 21.21 mm and is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel. Like many coins of its time, the 1951 Jefferson nickel was minted in multiple locations, which is indicated by its mint mark. You'll find coins from Philadelphia with no mint mark, from Denver marked with a D, and from San Francisco marked with an S.A. Now, let's look at the historical context. By 1951, America was in the post-World War II era, and the economy was booming. The demand for coins was high, and the U.S. Mint was working hard to keep up. This year saw the production of over 50 million Jefferson nickels, which played a crucial role in everyday transactions. Interestingly, the 1951 nickel is often noted for its unique characteristics. For example, some coins were struck with slight variations in design due to the minting process, making certain examples more sought after by collectors. Now, let's talk about value. The 1951 Jefferson nickel isn't one of the most valuable coins in the series, but its worth can vary based on condition and mint mark. Here's a quick breakdown of estimated values. 1951, no mint mark, typically worth 5 to 10 cents. In circulated condition, uncirculated examples can go for $1 to $2. 1951 D Denver mint, similar to the Philadelphia coin, worth around 5 to 10 cents in circulated condition and up to $2 uncirculated. 1951 S San Francisco mint, a bit rarer, with values ranging from 10 cents in circulated condition to around $5 in uncirculated condition. Of course, these values can fluctuate based on market demand and the coin's condition. So it's always a good idea to check with a reputable dealer or use a coin price guide. If you're looking to add a 1951 Jefferson nickel to your collection, here are some tips on identifying a good coin. Check for mint marks. Look for the mint mark on the reverse side just above Monticello. Inspect for wear. Examine the coin for wear and tear. Coins in better condition will fetch higher prices. Look for variations. Some coins may have slight variations in the design. These can be more valuable. All right, everyone, that wraps up our look at the 1951 Jefferson nickel. It's a fascinating coin with a rich history and a story that reflects its time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to channel name for more numismatic content. And let us know in the comments if you have a 1951 nickel in your collection or if you've come across any unique finds. Thanks for watching and happy collecting.